Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, everybody, to the Chronicles by Fleisch, the 1998 version. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is Extreme Championship Wrestling. And tonight, everybody, we continue on with booking our tour. That last show was excessively long. I lost track of time while I was recording. So this one should be significantly shorter because I'm going to show you how I do it, everybody. All right. And it's not necessarily a time-honored formula, but it is the way I tend to do it. So we take this first batch and we flip it around over here. All right. So we'll take Doink and Sabu on top. We'll take Funk and Taz on top. We'll take Jerry Lynn. We'll take the tag match on top and flip it. All right. Now we play with the matches. So we're going to have the Gangstas versus Furnace and LaFon here instead. Make that change. I think we're going to keep Jason Knight and Rob Van Dam right where it's at. But we'll switch Richards versus Awesome and Dudley and Tanaka. We'll switch Spike Dudley and Justin Credible. You know what? We will switch Dudley and Tanaka over here. And then Spike Dudley versus Justin Credible here. So that works. We will take Perry Saturn and Pitbull 1 and move them over. Take this one, move it over. Bobby Duncombe Jr. versus Lance Storm. Okay. And we will take Prodigy and Candido. We'll have Hot Commodity versus Tajiri and Whipwreck. And the last thing we'll change here is Little Guido and Smothers. And we'll go Chris Chetty and Cash right here. All right, so that does it. See how we mixed all that up? Looking good now. So now we will take the top and put it here at the bottom. And shuffle it around. Yes. All right. So we will have the 6-man. You know what? We don't need. We'll change Carino and Skull Von Crush. And Candido, that match right there. And yes, everybody, I do type 160 words a minute. And we'll do Genadi and Taz. And then Stevie Richards, Mike Awesome. Okay. We'll change out the 6-man in the middle here. Hot Commodity versus the Gangstas right there. And let's swap out the main tag match here. So the chair swinging freaks versus the Dudley Boys. All right, so that mixes things up good and plenty for us. So we can go ahead and highlight this one. That'll be our first match. Remember, our numbers started over from the beginning of the year. Let's double check and make sure that our events are in there properly. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, yes. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, yes. So it's good. We got Hostile City Showdown coming on Saturday this week. And then the pay-per-view Cyber Slam. Hostile City Showdown, I believe, is in New York. Yeah, it's at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That, of course, is a premium event. Let's double check that these are cheap. They are. At least that one was. Cheap, yes. 15. Cheap, yes. All right, while we're here, since it's February, let's take a look at our title reigns here. So here we go. Douglas has had the belt now. This is impressive now. It's getting to be impressive. He's had the belt for 1 year, 13, 15 months. So that's a really good title reign going. And Rob Van Dam has now had the title 13 months. So that's good. And Furnace LaFon have had the belts for 3 months. Going on 3 months. So got some serious reigns going on here between Van Dam and Douglas. So there may be a change here, everybody, sometime soon, but we'll see. Let's see if anybody qualifies for the Hall of Fame yet. Joey Styles, Paul Heyman, nobody else. That was really loud. All right, merchandise. How did we do last month? Shane Douglas sold the most merchandise. Rob Van Dam and the Road Warriors were right up there. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I signed them was for the merchandise. So we can see here that we went up about $80,000, $70,000 from the month before, and you know we'll exceed that again. So let's check our size. Wow, we're a 70 in the tri-state now. That's huge. We're actually probably pretty close here to going to big. 77, yeah, we're not far away from it. We're probably going to hit that in the next year here in the game. So figurehead, I did name Shane Douglas as our figurehead. It's going to take a long time before he fulfills that role because that's a 12-month deal. We can forward ahead here to tomorrow night's show. That's no problem. So while that forwards ahead, here's our card, Lynn versus Douglas. Good stuff. Cool. It should be loading up here. Oh, and just so you know, we had brought this up on a previous show. I decided against bringing in the World Junior Heavyweight title. I kind of like the fact of having only a television and a world heavyweight title. Because in all fairness, the junior heavyweights can challenge the television title. All right, Jason Jennings, which is one of our referees, I don't mind if he works for somebody else, so long as he works for us first. All right, that's going to do it for us, everybody, for this one. Next episode, we will be back on tour, and we'll check out that next tour date. Of course, is going to be headlined by Jerry Lynn and Shane Douglas. So we just had a really long show, followed up by a shorter show here, but you got the chance to see how I run and how I set up my tours. So it's all a mixed bag, similar matches, but think about it. If you're a fan on the internet in 1999, and I was 17 years old, you're not reading the same matches every night in the different towns. Let me rephrase that. You're not reading the same card every night, and that makes a difference. So, all right, everybody, that's going to do it for us for this one. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Drop us a message below and let us know how you found the channel and what you think of us so far. What are you waiting for? Wrestling Fans International Association is free. Check it out today, thewfia.org. Once again, that's free over at thewfia.org. Are you looking for more? You can find it. Head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. For just $5, you'll get access to all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free. You'll get access to all of our spreadsheets. You'll get access to the 1987 Supermod and so much more, everybody. Check it out today. For just $5, you can get access. Check it out at patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.